Okay, so like I was saying, I was kind of cut up again because of the minutes, right? I forget to delete the video from the day before sometimes, like it goes over 30 minutes, right? So, as I was saying about movies and, going into the salon to get your nails done, usually that's a 40-minute thing, right? Problem is, it went over 40 minutes, right? It's over an hour, right? Now, like I said, it's not because you did something right either, right? If you murder someone and you're 15, you can be charged as an adult, right? Attempted murder, even, right? But that's a worse sin than sex with a minor, right? Like I told you in the first place, right? But the thing is, you let it happen at a different idea, right? Than that was the truth, right? Now, someone also told you that no matter what, I can't sleep with a child, right? That's true. If I know you're a child, right? Knowing you're a child and you knowing you're a child are two different things, right? When you know you're 15 and the person getting their nails done does not, right? That's using that knowledge against me to trap me, right? Not me trying to trap you, because if you're 15, I wouldn't have cared, right? That you were working in your dad's store at all, right? That's what I mean, right? It's not like I ain't tried to work as a kid myself, right? And a teenager myself, right? But I'm talking to you like you would a total stranger, right? I don't know it's you. You're even thinking it's you, or why? I know. Did someone tell you? Is someone sending you videos of me who neither one of us know, right? And saying it's you, right? Did your dad make you think that this would happen with you, right? And you knew what you would do about it, right? You know what I mean, right? And it's like the other two girls, Tina and Frederica. Mm-hmm. So I told you I am looking for an Asian-looking girlfriend, right? But if I'm with them too, right, both women, right, are what I'm looking for either way, but neither one, okay, is acting like we're supposed to normally act in the restaurant, right? Right. Mm-hmm. So when you break the rules, right, what is the punishment for breaking that rule? Death? No. You call the police, right? They come and arrest both of us. If we both go into the bathroom, for example, right, and did something in the bathroom and left the bathroom, right? Mm-hmm. Whether a restaurant or a store. Now, this is more a fantasy like I read in a magazine called Penthouse Forum, right? Or Playboy, right? Letters to Playboy, right? These are things I read as a kid, right? Now, I'm not fantasizing really of sleeping with a 15-year-old girl. At all. But if you think I am, right? And I don't know, it's you I'm talking to even, right? You're mixing the fake story with the real story, right? I told you, if I really molested my daughter, the ex-wife had enough time, over a year actually, to charge you with the crime, right? No one can wait till you're on YouTube, and normally wouldn't anyway, to charge you anyway, right? You can't prove nothing then, right? Unless they're just trying to put it out there because they know once they hear that, they're not even going to want to touch me, right? And those are the studios, right? Or the people doing people in movies, I guess. I don't know, first. Whatever you want to say there, right? But the problem with that is you're lying again, right? About who I am and what I was doing there, right? They made you think I was talking about you when I wasn't, right? In other words, right? I don't even know you from a hill of beans, right? So, do you get to murder someone in cold blood just because you think they meant I want to have sex with you? 15 or not? No, right? You don't get to murder me, right? Even on SVU, you got to turn me into the police, right? Right? That crime is dealt with not by murdering the person, but by arresting them and putting them in jail, right? You can't just shoot someone for wanting sex with a child, right? Otherwise, even people who don't admit it could go to jail, right? That's what Jesus means, right? Now, adultery is, again, a single man, if he knows a woman is married, isn't to do nothing with a married woman, right? But does that mean he can't think of a single woman? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Say you're thinking of a girl you see at school and you're having a wet dream about her, right? And you're humping the bed, really, but not with her. Okay, what you're doing there is called fantasizing about someone you don't know is married or engaged yet, right? Why is that in the perimeter of what the Bible is saying, right? Because we're all saved by grace through faith, not of works, least man should boast, right? I'm not really having sex with her. It's a fantasy, right? Do you understand? That's not what Jesus means, right? At all. He ain't saying you can't fantasize about a girl while having a wet dream. That's something different, right? What he's talking about, though, is condemning adultery when you're lusting after women in your heart, right? You've done committed it in your heart, right? There's a meaning to what he's saying, but it's also written in Greek, which is different than English, and the context in a written book, right, ain't the same as the person saying it, nor can you questioning what he means, right? Once you write something down in a book that's etched in stone, right, you know what I mean? You can't ask the person once they are back in heaven, like Jesus again, right, what he meant, right? Right. You got to figure it out for yourself. So what if you're guessing wrong, right? That's the problem too, right? Does it mean you can't masturbate to a woman? Not necessarily. Even a married woman, right? What are you doing it for? Here's just the question, right? Are you doing it to not be with a woman or to be with a woman anyway, right? Well, the difference between masturbation is it's not real sex, right? See? It don't hurt to masturbate even to a married woman. You're not really with her, right? Now, what is the crime? Having real sex with her, right? Now, lust, if you're controlling it through masturbation, right? Those still lust, but you're still saved by grace through faith, not of works, least man should boast, right? So if I don't have sex with her, which is the crime of actual adultery, and I stop with the masturbation, am I tempted but not trying to have sex, right? Yeah, that's what I'm doing, right? And that's the better thing to do, ain't it? Right? If I decide to masturbate to her, because, like I said, one of the women in Davis's church in Waukegan, right, she was kind of Hispanic, right, and she was married, right, but she was still hot, you know. And I was trying to masturbate, right, to her, but not be with her, I was tempted, right, but knew better than to have sex with her, right. And I don't recall doing anything inappropriate with her. I don't recall us going into the bathroom again in the fantasy setting or not, right? But I don't think she would, right? But I know she does. I liked her, right? Right? And again, right? Maybe her and her husband are in a dry spell or something. I don't know. But again, right? Or never had sex to consummate the marriage. I don't know. But they had children. That's not the point. It's just something hypothetical there, right? But when I'm telling you a story and I'm mentally ill, you can't believe that story is real if I tell you it's not real too, right? That's the problem. Do you see what I mean, right? If I really did something with my stepdaughter, there's no way you couldn't prove it then, right? She's only 4, right? You can't prove it now. On YouTube, 11 years later, which is when it first started. I first started doing videos like everybody else, right? I was with YouTube from the beginning, right? And we're all having to deal with sex, whether you like it or not, whether you're a virgin or not, whether you're celibate or just waiting for the right woman, right? Like I am, right? I keep telling you there's rules we all gotta play by, right? Both children and adults, right? See, what the child has to understand is you can't grow up too fast either, right? But again, working in your dad's store on the weekend ain't the problem, right? That's not what I'm talking about, right? See, you're giving me what's called a hypothetical, and I'm responding with a hypothetical because I don't know anyone 15 who's working in the store. You understand? Salon or otherwise, right? And if I do meet a young lady, I'm going to do what? Ask her age. Ask her age, right? How old are you? Where are you from? Blah, 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 right? See, that's what I'm supposed to do as an adult. And even if she's 16, right? She's in school. I don't think she'll really be interested in me, fool. Not even Megan herself, right? Or Caitlin, right? But I don't know either. It's not that I couldn't be interested in them either. But then I don't think we're doing nothing weird in the, movie theater, right? either. Right? So again, the same situation would arise. We would have to go to the bathroom or something and lock the door, right? Or the family room, right? Which was right there, right? But I wouldn't even bring that up in a normal conversation with Megan or Caitlin, right? All I would go in there and do is talk to them about, getting the movie or seeing the movie and what movie I'm there to see, right? That's it. That's the end of the conversation, basically, right? Right. Or ask them how school's going or, normal stuff, right? None of it is to have sex with them, though, right? Never was. But now if some little boy, right, who heard that I'm a pedophile, starts messing with both Megan or Caitlin, who's taking advantage of whom? The little boy would be, the boy their age would be, right? He's the one really trying to have sex with him. I know better. But if he really did, he got you pregnant, not me, silly. Because you believed him over me, right? When I'm telling you I'm not a pedophile, I'm not trying to have sex with children, right? You're listening to some child who's acting like a child, and you're a child yourself, right? Duh. But I gave the only situation that could actually happen, other than that, is if you're coming to my house, right? And leaving the house, right? Without me knowing it too, right? But then someone would have to give you my address, and I'm running a church from my home, and you're taking advantage of that, right? If you are, right? Now, you can hate Jesus and God all you want, but they ain't your problem. What's making you hate something is, right? See, what's making you hate something is your power to do right or wrong yourself, and you're doing wrong. I know. Now, you're supposed to hate that, but this is the way you do that. You don't do the wrong, and you don't do the evil. Right. Even I know that mentally ill. Mm-hmm. Now, am I trying to follow the rules? Yeah, you're not. But when you're not, you're the one really breaking the law, not me, right? You get in more trouble for that than I would, right? Because I didn't know you were talking about you. Who even told you about me, right? See, to converse with someone, you got to know more about them than they know about you, right? and to use an alias instead of your real name. And pretending I know your name when it's a common name don't make it you. Daphne is not Daphne because of Scooby-Doo, right? But Scooby-Doo makes Daphne a popular name even if your wife's named Daphne, right? You know what I mean? Yes, Daphne and Scooby-Doo that makes the name Daphne popular, not my wife being named Daphne. It's called a coincidence, right? Okay, when that happens, right? That's like me being named Shane and there being a cowboy movie and a series, right? On TV about it, right? Alright. I didn't know about the series on TV, right? Sorry, David Carradine. But my mom did. Why didn't she tell me, right? I don't know. Unless she didn't watch it. That's possibly one reason, right? But I don't know what she watched, right? And it's, right, might be something she never knew about, right? I don't know. But, like I said, if it was, though, would you see commercials of it, right? Even back then, right? This week on Shane takes on the other bandineers trying to kidnap the boy or the girl. Right. Whatever the next week's adventures was, right? They also advertise a little bit while it's running anyway, right? You have commercials for a TV show. Even SVU will run a commercial whether you watch the show or not, right? But see, you're thinking at it like a 15-year-old, not a 53-year-old, right? That's the difference, too. Your mind and my mind aren't meshing, right? Because they're not supposed to. You're a child, right? I'm the adult, right? But what you're not understanding is your premeditation of it, right? And thinking I meant you when I didn't is the problem, right? See, you were prepared for me to come in there and do something with you during that hour. Mm-hmm. I wasn't, right? Not even when I actually went into the store. See, the other women are just a mild distraction until I went into your store, right? Now, what are the coincidences? I'm on a dating site called Orchid. Your name is Michelle. You said you were 37, but really 15. Right. That's where it ends. I didn't know that. Was about you, right? Orchid is also a flower. Mm-hmm. So again, I'm going to think that means you're not to go into the nail salon there, right? And that it's talking about you on YouTube. How would I know that, right? That's why the Bible says, he that knows to do good and do it not to them in the sin, right? I mean, I'm mentally ill enough that if you confuse me enough, I can make a mistake still, right? But I'm not trying to purposely get you to do something dumb yourself to be with me, right? And if you did, all we can do is learn from it and try not to do it again and repent, right? Whatever you did the first time, you don't need to do it again. You understand? Right. Whether it worked or not, right? That's repenting of it too, right? So if it didn't work out with you, don't use other girls your age to try and trick me again, right? Well, that's corrupting them, right? See, someone made you think I meant you when I didn't mean you, right? What mean? I don't know you, right? For it to be you, right? Whoever think you think it was you was wrong too, right? Didn't mean you, I didn't mean you. Well, do I sound crazy even now? Yeah. Now, you show this to a judge too, the whole thing, right? They don't say you can't tell he's crazy. I can tell he's crazy. If you can tell I'm crazy, right? What you did ain't how you get rid of a crazy person, right? Honesty is usually the best policy, right? If I'm not trying to do nothing wrong, right? And I'm trying to make sure I'm doing something right, right? And the only way you can treat me is not to be about your age, right? But you're not getting the part that your dad, whoever had the lease, was letting you work in the store, right? Do you have credentials to do that? Then you couldn't do the job legally without informing you were really 15, right? And see if I would be okay with it. Do you understand why? You're breaking the law then. You're breaking what's called child labor laws, which are to protect you from someone exploiting you and working you before you're old enough to be worked, right? That's not a job